We are chain plying today. I think I've got them on a good angle. They can actually see it.
Really?
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Chain plying is basically taking one yarn and then making it into 3. So I've got a loop here. And then I take my yarn, come down here, make another loop. And I do this over and over. I had them so they could see. You guys this way. It's hard to get them to see my hands. There we go. Because I'm plying, I'm going the opposite way.
Counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise versus clockwise. If you want to get really technical, Danielle, over there. Use the words.
Hey.
One of us has to.
And that is for traditional S-ply?
Z.
Z.
Z-ply. S-ply is the other. I have only done S-ply one time.
It is non-standard. S-ply is non-standard, and a lot of people say, oh, that's what crocheters want, so on and so forth. I have always crocheted Z-ply, and I only spin Z-ply.
I think what crocheters want is a tighter ply. I mean, your ply needs to be tight enough that it doesn't split.
I think knitters want a tight enough ply
Absolutely.
that it doesn't split. So basically all we want is a balanced yarn that doesn't fall apart.
Right. So I just reach through and I grab the thread. Reach through and grab the thread. Over and over. It keeps my colors the same. And it makes this yarn is turning, then instead of being a fingering weight 2-ply, it's going to be a worsted weight 3-ply or a DK weight 3-ply, depending on how heavy it ends up. This was a Dandelions and Daisies yarn.
Is it?
I think so. I think it was her yarn club one.
I had envy over that one.
Yeah, because I joined her fiber club. Because, you know, we needed more fiber.
Because we have a wool addiction.
Fiber addiction.
Yarn.
All the things. See, this actually I find is a really fast way to ply. It's more interesting than the other way. So it keeps my
like
brain.
Like a 2-ply or 3-ply?
Than a traditional
Standard.
ply.
I think it depends on the yarn for me. This one was an interesting ply.
Because it changed colors all the time.
I'm currently crocheting a yarn BFL from Dandelions and Daisies. I'll hand it to Heather so she can show you. It's a 2-ply on a fractal style
Thank you.
spun yarn. And I'm just finishing the last stitch.
Annette, I am doing a chain ply, which is basically making crochet loops with your yarn. So you take your yarn, it's a loop there, and you take it down here and you grab it down here, and then you spin it and let your ply go through here, and it makes a 3-ply out of your one single.
Here, I'm going to show that to them when the time comes.
Okay. And then this is what Danielle was talking about. This is a 2-ply now. Had she Navajo ply or chain ply, this would have turned into a whole different. They all would have been the same color versus this one has more variation. We've got a few people here this afternoon. It's a beautiful day. My gosh, this is like the best January. Every January is nice because I have all the Facebook memories about how nice January is. But this has been, it always seems like this one's like the best one ever. So you basically just loop through, grab your string down here, pull it up, and you just keep going. And maybe later I'll have Danielle do a up close video. I don't know whether you guys can see it from up above. Better, I try to get you positioned. Okay, I'm on a Majacraft Rose. You can use any fiber for it. If you have a really soft, fuzzy yarn, it's more likely to fall apart. You do want to have something that you can put a little bit of tension on. Because you've got a little bit of tension when you pull back through. It's really good for keeping your color repeats going versus losing your color repeats. Like this yarn is a little bit marled and has a little bit of texture in the repeats, so this will keep it going with those. If you want a striping yarn, this is a great technique to get the stripe going. There's all sorts of fun things you can do with that. It's really more of a colorway technique and an easy way to make colors. You do not want to use this yarn for socks because every time I pull this yarn through, it leaves a little tiny bump there. And you can actually, if you made it into socks, you could feel it. You could use it for socks, but it wouldn't be what I would ideally choose. But it's kind of fun. I'll post a picture of the finished yarn when we're done. This one has a fair amount on it. It does shorten the amount of yardage you get per skein, obviously, but it makes it a really pretty yarn. I really like it. It also makes it a rounder yarn. A 2-ply is not as round as a 3-ply. 3-ply has a more rounded structure to it, and this also has that rounded structure, which makes it better for certain things. It's super pretty. I'm going to take you guys up here and show you guys. Come on. See how cool it looks. But you can see how similar it is up there to what it is on my bobbin. It's really very, very similar. It's not going to change and looks a lot. Unlike when you do a 2-ply yarn, it can dramatically change. So we just keep going and going and going. It's very relaxing. I like it because if you remember that you're making daisy chains or big, huge crochet loops, you can get a lot of, you do a really good job on it, and it's a really fun technique. It's much more fun, I think, than just regular plying. It's the biggest thing. So you can see again, I'm taking my loop, going down here. I've got the loop over my fingers here. I'm just grabbing this. And we just keep going. It's very relaxing. I do this a lot with my pure Angora. I do this also a lot with, like I say, any really striped roving. You'll see a lot of really, really striped roving. If I want to keep the colors instead of barber pulling it, I do this technique. There's a couple other techniques. There's Andean plying, they call it, different things. I also am extremely impatient when I spin, and spinning 3 bobbins of anything always seems like a lot of work. So I will do a chain ply and get my 3-ply yarn that way, which makes it fun. Hope you guys are having a nice day. It is beautiful here, and I really want to be sitting outside, but it's a little bit too cold be doing that. We've had lots of visitors. We've had lots of classes. Doing all sorts of fun stuff today, which makes it more fun. I'm going to hang out for now. I'm going to go help a couple people out, and we'll be back on later.